perhaps my midget co-host had been arranged. And actually, he has. Say hello to my midget co-host, everyone. You can't see him. We don't have enough cameras. But he's here, and he's the replacement for Jeff Peterson. Ha ha! No. I'm kidding. We couldn't replace you, Jeff. Actually, we could very easily.
Oh, yeah.
He really is doing that weird. You're doing that weird thing with your hand. What are you doing? Yeah, that's what we spent all the entire budget of this show on. Making a robot that looks like it's... What's that coming to go? We got guys, we got Grant Imahara coming down from San Francisco. We got people coming in from MIT just for this. And that's what makes American technology the best in the world, mister. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ferguson.
Quietly, let it go. That's fine, everybody. Calm down. It's starting to sound a little bit sarcastic, if you don't mind me saying so. Oh, hooray! Yeah, we're so excited! What kind of a day is it for you? Because, for me, it's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. It is. It's hot, though. It's very hot. It's I don't know if you can tell, it's hot here in LA. Look, the steam rising. And New York City, they're having the hottest July on record. How hot is it? I'll tell you. It's so hot, the actors on Broadway are doing jazz hands just to cool themselves off. This feels fabulous. Sometimes I do that even when it's quite temperate. Do you know that Amazon are saying that for the first time e-books are outselling hardcover books? I got nothing. If this keeps up, the only people left holding actual pages in their laps will be congressmen. That's a late night joke, isn't it? What? What did you say?
Oh, yeah.
Do that again with your hand.
Oh, yeah.
That robot's a pervert.
Pull my finger.
No! No. Not again. Do you know that in Mexico, police arrested a man trying to smuggle 18 monkeys in his pants? They became suspicious when the man started shouting, "Hey, that's not a banana!" Do you have anything to declare? No! 18 monkeys in your pants? That isn't a crime. That's a damn good Saturday night out! Lady monkeys, of course. I'm not weird. Now, it is a great day for America, of course, and a great day for our criminal justice system. We finally sent that dangerous scallywag Lindsay Lohan to jail there. That's right. That's right, our nation is safe again. We've got nothing to worry about now, except the global warming, the BP oil, and the Mel Gibsons. We got nothing to worry about. Lindsay started a 90-day jail sentence today. Now, I'm not a legal expert, but that doesn't matter because I'm a guy on TV, so I can just talk crap about whatever I want. I'm asking you this. I know that you're pleased that she's gone to jail. I can tell by your cheering, but is it... Is it really necessary? Really? Is it? I mean, really? I mean, maybe a mental hospital? Maybe? I'm not kidding. A lot of people take great delight in the fact that a 24-year-old woman's going to the pokey, but I don't get that. By the way, pokey's not a double entendre. It's just another word for jail. It's like the big house or the clink or the box. All right, that's a double entendre, but...
Penny for my thoughts.
Not right now. Anyway, now, Lindsay has obviously got a substance abuse problem, and when you have a substance abuse problem, it's going to lead to something bad, like jail. Or, of all the outcomes that are possible with the problem that she's got, jail's actually pretty good. It could be worse. You could end up hosting a show on CBS in the middle of the night. No? I'm kidding. If I hadn't stopped drinking, I'd be in a much worse place than CBS. I'd be dead. Or on cable. Anyway, jail's not a big deal. It's not prison. Prison's for the long-term incarceration. Jail's for the short-term. It's an opportunity, jail, to read a few books, catch up on your sleep. It's like being in the studio audience here. Most of these people are on community service. They're drug-addled minor celebrities. I wonder if Lindsay Lohan will try and escape, because there have been a lot of movies about jailbreaks, but no one's ever made a movie about escaping from a women's prison, because who would ever want to? Now, I'm sure women's prison is very different from the male fantasy about women's prison. You know, when the lights are out in a real women's prison, they probably don't have the underpants pillow fight. You're a bad convict, so am I! Not really like that. I would like to see a female version of the Shawshank Redemption. No, that'd be good. Get busy living or get busy dyeing your hair. Because you're worth it, girl. No, people think that celebrities get special treatment in jail. It's not true. We have a picture of Lindsay Lohan's jail cell. Take a look at that. See? That's awful, that is. Look at that again, look. Where's the espresso machine there? I'm kidding. Did we see a picture of Lindsay's real cell? Look, this is it. It's not that bad. It's not exactly cozy, but in New York City, that would rent for $2,000 a month, that would. And, honey, it's got a view of an overpass covered in graffiti, come on! Now, Lindsay Lohan is not getting special treatment in the jail, but apparently she's being sequestered from the rest of the jail inmates. I think what we should do is sequester all celebrities into their own prison. We should reopen Alcatraz and use it to house only celebrity prisoners. It would be fantastic. It would be like some sort of pop culture zoo. We could go there in a little boat called Schadenfreude all the way across. And we could walk around and go, ha ha, you're not better than us, are you? And all the prisoners would be trying to carve bars of soap into cell phones, and they'd be trying to turn apple juice into homemade prison Botox. What I'm saying is that I don't know. I know this probably won't make me popular, but then again, this show doesn't make me popular. I don't know if she should be in jail. No one's asked me. No one called me up from the LAPD and said, Craig, we're having a Lindsay Lohan problem. What do you think? Jail or no jail? No one asked me, but if anyone did, I'd be like, shouldn't she see a psychiatrist or something, or some kind of therapist, or somebody that's going to go, hey, hey! Knock it off, you! Craig, what a revolutionary form of psychotherapy you've developed. Yeah, it's the aversion therapy. What I basically do is I take the patient, because that's clearly what she is, and I say to her, hey, knock it off, and they go, I see the error of my ways. Thanks, Craig. My deep-seated psychological problems are a thing of the past. What I'm saying is it's complicated. They made a movie about that. That wasn't a complicated movie. That was a movie. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. Jeffrey Peterson, what time is it?
Let's enjoy some tweet mails.
Nice idea, you thin, sexy bastard. Play the jingle.
Euro crashes and Euro litter. Get on the dance floor and shake your Twitter. Bum, 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 bum. Check the tweets.
Plus email. Plus the email. Coming on down the track. All right, we got an email here. This is from Sam in Iowa. There you are. Sam says, Dear Craig, I have a really bad sunburn and I look like a bottle of ketchup. Do you have any home remedies for the sunburn? Yeah, what you want to do is you get, I know it sounds disgusting, but you get cat poo. And you rub it on the affected parts of your body.
Meow.
Yeah. And what happens is that it won't help in any way at all, but you will realize that asking someone who's on TV for medical advice would be foolhardy. Perhaps you should seek a medical professional. What I'm saying is that the job is appropriate to the like, am I talking like Bill Cosby? You see, the thing is the bird and the kids with the funny little things that they say. All right. You're just clapping to shut me up. It's terrible. Do something else. All right, this is from Tony in Orlando. Tony, Orlando! If you're under the age of 100, Tony Orlando Tony Orlando still plays in Branson, Missouri, doesn't he? Save your kisses for me. Was that him? No, that was someone completely different. Tie a yellow ribbon, tie a yellow ribbon round the dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. The kids and the yellow ribbon tie. All right, no, don't. Tony in Orlando, Florida says, Craig, how many failures does it take to finally succeed at what you want? Well, that depends. And I mean, really, in baseball, you get what, three shots at glory? In television, keep going as long as you like. I come out here and fail every night. It's kind of our thing. All right, that's enough emails. Let's get a Twitter. Oh, here's one from Kim in Albuquerque in New Mexico. That's her there. She's a very stately woman. Oh, she says, speaking of wisdom, I wasn't, but speaking of wisdom, who's the wisest person you've ever known or met? Why, that would be Santa Claus. What? It is. Once in a gas station in Vermont, there was... What? I was at a gas station. I was putting gas in my car, and this man with a white beard was there, and this was January, and he looked tired. Man with a white beard. And my son was in the back of the car, and he went, "Hey, it's Santa Claus." And my wife was like, "Oh, don't talk to strangers." And then the guy came over and he went, "Hey, I'm Santa Claus." And that's the kind of nervous laugh I did. And then I went, but I think it might have been Santa Claus. And I know you think, "Oh, Craig, come on, that's..." And I'm like, you know what? There was a court case. Miracle on 34th Street. Legally, Santa Claus exists. I saw that movie, and they made that movie, you know why? Because it's real. And if you don't think Santa Claus exists, ay caramba! We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. My first guest tonight is a big star. She's in the movie The Dry Land, which is in theaters July the 30th. Please welcome the adorable, the sexy, my friend America Ferrera, everybody. Wow, you look sensational.
Oh.
Just look at you. You look fantastic. You're all...
You look amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm feeling very... How are you? I haven't seen you since the How to Train Your Dragon thing.
I know.
Yeah, well, you did a great job in that movie.
You were amazing.
People thought
in
you
that
were
movie.
Jerry Butler, but you weren't. You were you.
You were amazing.
No, you were amazing.
No, you-
Good night, everybody. That's the kind of the conversations that would go on in celebrity jail.
You were amazing.
How are you? You all right?
I'm good. I'm busy running
Busy? What are you
around.
doing?
Yeah. Well, just traveling. We've been everywhere. I went to Iraq in June.
Wow, really? That's
Yeah.
an interesting holiday choice.
It's
Were
relaxing.
you on a USO tour?
I was.
Good for you.
You do USO.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I love the USO. I mean, the troops keep saying, "Please send us someone entertaining." I'm like, no. You have to know what's going on at home, and here I am. Mediocrity is still there in America, waiting for you when you come back.
And then we went to Scotland.
You did know.
Yes.
Really?
We went to your homeland.
Yeah. Well, this is my homeland now.
Oh,
I enjoy California privileges. Where did you go? Why were you in Scotland?
Because for the Edinburgh Film Festival.
Oh, you took your movie
With
there.
The Dryland. And we
Oh.
actually, we won the Best International Feature Award at Edinburgh.
Congratulations, that is a very prestigious award. And the Edinburgh Film Festival, to be fair, is a very big deal. That's
It's
like...
a big deal.
That's,
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Did
And
you travel around and see any medieval torture sites?
We got to go to the castle.
Edinburgh Castle. Many people were tortured to death there.
Oh, we went down in the like the caves.
Yeah, well, yes.
Where
The basement. What do they call them? Dungeons. Dungeons, yes.
Right, or because
Take him to the basement. Do you mean the dungeon, sire? Yes, the dungeon. Take him to the dungeon. Because the basement's where we've got the foosball table. Yes, all right, take him to the dungeon then.
Well, because the city was built on top. I'm just gonna ignore that.
No, I know, you're right.
Because the city was like built on top of itself 100 times, right?
Yeah,
So they would.
yeah, sorry, go on, yeah.
No, it's not that interesting, I guess.
No, it is.
It's anyway, there were ghosts down there and all that.
Did you
sort of
see a
stuff.
ghost?
No, we didn't get to see a ghost. They said that like psychics go there a lot from around the world to feel the spirits,
Right.
and that this one woman from Japan sensed a 5-year-old girl's spirit who
Uh-oh.
was still there and upset because she had lost her bear. And
Right.
so then people from all around the world send her stuffed teddy bears.
And
So you walk into this really dark dungeon room and there's just a mound of stuffed teddy bears. It's like the creepy, it's very
Yeah, it's great.
creepy.
That's actually the very reason I left. I was like, please don't make me back to the teddy bear room. I don't want to go to... Can I go to American fine, go to America. No, I like Edinburgh. It's a very, very
beautiful.
lovely town.
We loved it, and they were amazing to us, and then we won, which was exciting.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And did they give you a big award, like a plate? Or
They gave us, like a certificate.
Yeah, a certificate's a big deal. Is it a certificate for, Macy's or something like that? Or?
No, it was like, they won, here's the proof.
That's nice. And what's the film about then?
Well, the film is a much more serious topic, but it's about it follows a soldier who comes home from a tour in Iraq,
right?
And about him reintegrating into his life in small town Texas. And I play his wife, and we just kind of have that struggle of how difficult it can be for them to reintegrate, and he has sort of symptoms of PTSD, and we've been showing the film to active duty soldiers,
right.
And the response has been intense and amazing, and it's just a really important issue.
Did you do that when you were in Iraq? Did you show the movie to soldiers there?
Not when we were in Iraq, no.
So what did you do there then?
There we shook their hands and said hi, and
that's enough.
Yeah.
No, well, it's, you could maybe sing a song or something next time. So, how's the Dragon movie? That was fun, didn't it? We had a nice time with that. You played Astrid, the Viking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about this cup, by the way. It's like legendary.
It's my penis substitute thing.
Can I have the Purell?
Go on then.
I'll take a little bit of that. Thank you. It looked like a snake to me. I didn't think
It is a snake. It is a snake.
I like your robot, by the way.
Well, stop trying to not talk about the snake. I'm in a bit of a huff with him tonight.
Why?
I get that way. I have my favorites. He got upgraded.
Oh,
Yeah, he does that thing, yeah. He's doing it again.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, stop it. It's kind of like when
really
your dog
dirty.
does something disgusting. It's like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, knock it off. Knock it off, I'll take you to the vet. Do you have a dog?
Yes.
Does it do anything disgusting like that?
Yeah. Well, not that.
I know dogs are like, why do we not have opposable thumbs? What does your dog do? What kind of a dog is
What does he
it?
do? He's a dog.
Yeah. Does he work at all? Or?
No, he's a golden retriever.
He retrieves them.
Well, sometimes,
Right.
yeah. But, not anything useful. Like, he'll, eat things he's not supposed to eat, but he's a good boy.
Yeah, does he do disgusting stuff when you have people around?
Yeah, he tries to hump a lot of people.
That's like that robot. Yeah, exactly like that.
That's what Buddy sounds.
Yeah, that's it. Buddy's the name of your dog?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's
Yeah.
not very original, but...
No, it's not. But that's all right. It's a good kind of solid. You got a dog called Buddy. He's a golden retriever,
Exactly.
and everything's fine then.
Very American.
Yeah, it is. So
What's up?
we're out of time, actually.
We
Why
are?
is that funny to you? That's not funny. They think their time is up and they're now free from their. So there you go. Fancy an awkward pause?
Oh, I don't know what we're supposed to talk about. I did a whole pre-interview for this.
No.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, we can do an awkward pause.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. Hey. Don't you clap over our awkward pauses. Trying to end them.
That's just funny.
What is?
I just like the snake. He's from New Mexico, right?
Yeah, Albuquerque. Ever been to Albuquerque?
We shot, speaking of, our movie in Albuquerque.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you go to the Albuquerque Rattlesnake Museum?
No, I did not go to the Albuquerque
You wasted
Rattlesnake
your time
Museum.
there, then, didn't you? 'Cause you could have got one of these babies. Oh, yeah.
I will next time.
Yeah, no.
Well, you kind of made that mug really gross to me. And now...
Because I said the penis thing was only a joke.
Now that's all I see when I look at the rattlesnake.
It's lovely to see you again. We are out of time. Good luck with the movie and winning the
Thank
award.
you.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
lovely.
you.
The lovely America Ferrera, everybody. What time is it?
Just after 10.
I can't remember the last time I slept this long.
Yeah, you were tired.
It was the best damn breakfast sandwich I ever had.
Yeah. But you're the best damn man I ever had.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. My next guest is a biologist. Ooh, Craig, science? You bet. He's the host of Monsters Inside Me. Grow up! It's a new series. It's about parasites. It's on Wednesdays on the Animal Planet. Take a look at this.
I'm feeling gassy. I'm used to feeling gassy, but this gas was rumbling just a little more. I feel something slapping against my thigh. And I stopped. I reached underneath and felt something hanging. As I'm pulling on it, I pushed my pajamas down further. I reached between my legs. I pulled on something, and it came out. I cut on the lights, and I have this worm in my hand.
Dan Riskin, everybody. Dan Riskin. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show that doesn't have worms coming out of your ass. At least not yet.
Well, you never know.
What was happening? What was going on with that man there? What parasite had he ingested?
Well, he had Ascaris, which around the world
Ascaris.
is... Ascaris!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what he said. He wasn't like, Ascaris!
Yeah.
He picked it up. He was in Iraq. He was in the military. And
Right.
when he was in Iraq, he was... helping with rebuilding, and he was in people's homes, and they were giving him food, and you can't just say, I'm not going to eat anything you feed me. You just sort of, you go with it. And he didn't know he had anything. It wasn't until 5 years later, and he was home, and he kept losing weight, but being really hungry all the time.
Right.
And so he was eating.
He probably thought he had something really bad.
No, he just thought, he didn't know what was up. And so he kept eating, and he thought maybe it was because he was eating so much and he was eating bad food. So he started doing these cleanse meal things where he'd like grind up berries and not eat any meat and all this stuff. And
Right.
he was doing these special diet things. And then, then the scene starts that you started with, where he's in bed and he thinks, I got to go right now. And then he's on his way to the bathroom, and he...
No, we got it. Yeah.
And then you get this part?
Yeah, we
You
got
saw
that part. Yeah,
but
we
it's
got
like
that.
this.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Really, that?
Yeah. And they're big.
Well, that's big enough, certainly.
Well. Is it?
Yeah, yes, it is. Steady. You're here for the science, not for the double entendres. Or maybe you are, I don't know.
You don't know. I came for the science, but I stayed for the double
That's
entendre.
nice. That's how we get you. But so when he was doing the special diets, then did the worm start going, this crap is terrible, I can't eat this food, and then the worm starts looking for better food, and that's how it came out?
That's a good question. I don't know whether those kinds of treatments actually are good for getting worms out, whether it was just a coincidence that he happened to pass the worm at that time.
Right.
But that's a good science experiment.
Not
You could
with me.
send 30 high school students, get them all infected, and then give half of them the cleanse and half of them not. And...
That would be unethical to use high school students, but vagrant hobos.
Do you have any?
I got a few.
Yeah.
What about... What's your qualification for that? You're a biologist,
What
then,
are my
right?
qualifications? I am a biologist. I study
Right.
bats. Bats are my
Bats?
specialty. Yep.
Vampire bats?
I did my PhD on vampire bats.
Excellent. Then
Okay.
perhaps you can do... is it possible for a large European gentleman to turn into a vampire bat?
No. But it's not.
It's exactly as I thought.
Yeah, no. The vampire myth is interesting because, you know, vampire stories, these monsters that can drink the blood of the living, that all comes from Europe.
Right.
But vampire bats only live in Central and South America. So up until 1492, there were all these myths about vampires. And then when they discovered these bats,
they called them vampire bats.
They said, hey, let's call them vampires because they drink blood. And now everybody's like vampires or bats, and they switch back and forth because the story's all mixed up now. But it's neat to think about the fact that they were different.
But they were just named, so the vampires came first, as far as European sensibility was, the vampires came first, and then there was the vampire bat. But they do drink blood, right?
Yeah, they exclusively drink blood, and actually that technically makes them parasites. So even though they're not little wormy things, they're parasites. Because being a parasite is about the relationship. If you have a host and you're leeching off of them, you know, if you're a leech. All right? Anyway, that would make you a parasite. So vampire bats technically are parasites, and people have an intuitive idea of what a parasite is because, you know, we often...
Are there parasites that you can pick up around here? I mean,
yeah, sure.
Like
bed bugs are making a total resurgence in the States. It's crazy.
Do they drink your blood?
They do drink your blood. Actually,
what?
Bed bugs are awesome. They go through, I think it's 5 different stages, and between every stage they have to drink a blood meal. So they'll go and hide in the cracks in your walls, then they'll come out and drink some blood, and then they'll go back and molt, and then come back out and do it again. And at every stage they have to drink blood. But what makes them cool is how they mate, because they have something called traumatic insemination. This is a bed bug thing, where the female doesn't have an opening. So the male takes his phallus and just stabs her through the back and inserts semen into her, and that's how they mate. That's normal for them. And that's every single time. That's how bed bugs... Traumatic insemination.
TMI.
Holy crackers!
I know! It's great.
That is unbelievable.
That's how I feel about it.
That is sensational. Is that why you get into biology? For the crazy, tricked out, sexy perv stuff that's going on with it?
Yeah. That's what it's all about. I mean, I was in high school and I read a book about bats.
Right.
And it wasn't, you know, bats are part of functioning ecosystems, the blah, blah, blah. It was bats have enormous balls compared to other... Get this. If I had balls the size of a bat's, for my size, it would be like I had 2 pumpkins in front of me. And when you catch bats and you look at them, you're like, that's impressive. I mean, it's just, and that level, you know, figuring out, you know, how bed bugs mate and what's going on with bat balls, those kinds of things, those are legitimate scientific questions, and that's the kind of stuff that keeps me going, I guess. I think that the world's a wonderful place, and learning about it's great.
You are my favorite scientist I've ever met in my life. In my life.
Oh, well, you're very kind.
Finally, some honest-to-goodness science.
That is science.
What is the worst parasite affecting people today? Is it bed bugs then? Is that the worst one?
Bed bugs are very common in the States. Around the world, malaria is the worst parasite.
Well, it's terrible.
It is, and it kills millions of people every year. It's like the population of Chicago dies every year around the world. Yeah. So
there's no malaria in Chicago, though.
No, but there is a story of someone getting malaria in Toronto. Because the mosquitoes that spread malaria live in North America, but we just don't have the parasite here. So if the parasite were here, mosquitoes would spread it, but the parasite just isn't here.
Well, explain to me, I don't quite understand.
So somebody in Toronto came back with malaria, got bitten by a mosquito, and then the mosquito bit somebody else in Toronto, and that person was like, what the heck, I'm in Toronto, how did I get malaria? But it happened once.
Yeah, but if we don't have the parasite, but we have the mosquito, there are 2 entities?
Okay, yeah. So the way it works is there's something called the malaria parasite, we'll call it. Just since it's the parasite that causes malaria, we'll call it that.
That would be the way to go. Yeah.
Science.
You give it a Latin name so that people would go, oh, I'm bored. But
No, we won't do that. So this parasite lives in your blood, and it gives you malaria. And then a mosquito comes and feeds on you, and it goes into the mosquito, and it lives in the mosquito and gets into the salivary glands of the mosquito. And then when the mosquito bites someone else, it gives them malaria, and that's how it spreads. So if you don't want to get malaria, all you have to do is avoid mosquitoes. That's the only way you can get malaria.
It's very difficult to avoid mosquitoes, and certainly in Toronto at certain times of the year.
Toronto's overrun by giant mosquitoes.
Are you Canadian?
I am Canadian.
I see.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Which part of Canada are you from?
I'm from Edmonton.
I've been there.
Get out of it.
Yeah, I did. Really? I went, huge vampire bats with giant balls coming down the street. You can tell they're
That's my
Canadian
family.
vampires. They were like, sorry about my balls, everyone. I mean, no disrespect.
None taken, none taken.
No, so this is, so this show on the Animal Planet then, it's about all of that. A different parasite every week, or just...
Well, every episode focuses on a few different parasites, but the way the show is set up, the way Monsters Inside Me is set up, is that it's like a medical mystery for...
Can I just stop you, by the way? Is the title, Monsters Inside Me?
I know, it sounds...
Bit rude.
Well, it is, yeah. It sounds a bit rude.
It does. Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's just about parasites.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's a medical mystery, and then it switches to a horror about halfway through. So it's like, I'm not feeling well, and I've really got a stomach ache, and oh, now I'm really feeling really sick, and now I'm in the hospital. And then the doctor comes over and is like, what's wrong here? And then says, oh, you've got a giant mass in your stomach, and it looks like it might be cancer. And so you're like, what's going on? What's going on? What is it? And they talk about the symptoms and all this stuff. And then it's like, I opened it up to take out the cancer, and then I found this big mass of worms. And so I sent some of the worms to the lab, and I found out it was anisakis. And then you're like, oh, where does anisakis come from? And you're like, oh, you get it from sushi. If you eat raw sushi, you can get these worms that normally go into sea lions, but you can get them in you, because the worm's like, hey, I'm in a sea lion, and then, no, it's not a sea lion. Yeah?
You did a little bit of this as well, didn't you?
I didn't make this stuff up. These are real parasites.
No, I know you didn't make it up, but I've been to Edmonton, and I know there's a little bit of that. You were like, you know what I'm going to do for a living? I'm going to study bats. And everybody's like, oh, come on, man. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Eh?
I'm going to have a TV show about stuff living in your ass.
And we can call it Monsters Inside Me.
Monsters Inside Me, yeah. No, it's excellent. I'm very impressed. I'm very much looking forward to the show.
Yeah, no, it's a great show. I'm really proud to be part of it, because what it does really well is to not exaggerate. It just tells you what happens.
It's interesting as well, the audience reaction, because you were talking about a mass in someone's stomach, and you think it's cancer, and they go in and everyone's like that, and then they go, it's worms. Like, if I thought I had cancer in my stomach and then somebody said it's worms, I'd be like, who? Uh-oh. Ray! You know. It's only worms.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But there's something about parasites that's very visceral for people.
Yeah, people hate the idea.
But that makes sense, right? Evolution, I mean, parasites are a real threat to humans through our evolutionary history. And that is why when you think about eating human poo, you feel repulsed. Because evolution's telling you that's not a good idea. Well, most of us are repulsed.
I'm European.
That's great. Haggis.
Anyway, we're out of time. This is a fascinating subject. Come back again and tell us more.
It would be a pleasure.
Maybe bring some scary Tootsie Fruits.
Literally.
Literally. Dan Riskin, everybody. We'll be right back. Thank you.
If you're watching Craig at home, you're missing half the fun. Consider this your formal invitation to laugh live in our studio audience at a taping of The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Please give us a call at 323-570-0059 or visit our website at oneiota.com.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
We learned too damn much on the show tonight.